It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Salt Lake City as the Jazz go up against the New York Knicks. For the Knicks, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And now around the halfway point, the novelty of the new season has died down, and we're still a long way from the playoffs. Shaq, how do the players maintain focus through this stretch? How do you maintain focus? Have you maintained focus?
Easy. You're a pro, Ernie. Do your job. That's your job.
There you go.
You know, and not only that, you got to be a real competitor. You got to want to compete.
Yeah, good coaching, and the veterans can help you through this because the veterans have been here before. They can kind of lead you and guide you.
Do you feel focused right now?
Not at all.
No. Do you feel focused right now?
Never.
Well, that makes three of us. Here's Kevin Harlan. He's always focused.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And a stirring rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner by the terrific Linda Lynn, getting us ready for NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. The last time these two teams met, it was the New York Knicks who came away with the W against the Utah Jazz.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
They had active hands on the defensive end, and it paid off. A lot of easy baskets and transitions because of that.
Now let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder.
Well, guys, he told me they're up against a team that really finishes strong at the rim, and he wanted to get that point across to his players. He wants them to protect the rim with every bit of energy they've got throughout this entire contest. Let's see if they're up to it, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And these are both veteran teams, Steve. They've been around. A game like this is a test of wits as much as anything.
They understand what it takes to win. They understand how to will themselves into wins. They understand you can't make mistakes mentally. Veterans, they know how to pull it out. They want to keep it close, and they feel they can win at the end.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready? It'll be the Knicks off the tip. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Ntilikina. Hardaway is out there with Lance Thomas. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Moutier in at the point. Now here's Kanter from the wing, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Rubio outside. He feeds it to Favors. That shot off. Good D by Thomas. Jazz on D. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Well, they came in with a strong game plan, made adjustments when they needed to, and kept the crowd out of their heads.
Now, here's Ingles. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go. Here's Mitchell. Playing Sacramento, he was nearly unstoppable. Pulls it from the elbow. Good as the jump shot falls. Mitchell's got his team on the board to start the game for Utah. And so it's New York with it. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, and some nights, you know, the starters carry the load, and then there's others when it's about the bench. That night, the bench won out.
Sometimes when you go to your second unit, sometimes the offense can bog down. Not that night.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
Favors is a huge guy that absorbs contact. A true master at getting his shots off in the midst of really intense defense.
Now here's Moutier. He had 13 points in the win against Memphis.
And when you factor in the assist totals, that's a complete game.
Here's Thomas. And he gets it to go.
A guy who converts well at the rim, you like to see the aggression there.
You really like him setting the tone early. Physical, challenging guys to stop him.
Ingles against Hardaway. Gobert the screen. Here's Mitchell. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Mitchell's got his second bucket of the night.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Moutier dishes to Cantor. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Moutier, no good.
Ooh, you know that's one he liked to have back. Point blank range, and he missed it.
And it's Mitchell missing. New York trailing, kicks to Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
I tell you, Ntilikina has his head on a swivel, always looking to find the open teammate.
For Utah, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. To the inside. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line. The Jazz shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
One shot.
And Mitchell no good on that one.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And change was needed badly for the Knicks, and they did that starting with the front office.
Yeah, Knicks fans can have a dire outlook at times, but the team still has a solid foundation. It will take some time for the team to become a true contender again, but having players not be at odds with the front office, definitely a good start.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And the Jazz last season making the playoffs for the first time, Steve, in 5 years.
You know, ownership showing the patience to build this team back to contention. The front office, part of the San Antonio Spurs tree, drafting well and developing their young players.
Now here's Moutier after the miss from Ricky Rubio.
And not a guy known for style points when it comes to throwing one down, but every once in a while, Kevin.
Greg, why don't we see more dunks like that from him? He's certainly got the size for it.
Oh, no question he does. I just think he likes to keep the fans guessing.
Here's Ingles following the score by New York. Gobert the screen, and it's Rubio penetrating.
And Ricky Rubio, you know, known mostly for his ability to pass it and create opportunities for teammates, but you know, I think he's an underrated defender at that point guard spot, and maybe he doesn't get the credit he deserves defensively.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
What you get with Rubio, good size for a guard, terrific playmaker, and trying to become a better scorer.
Both good from the line that time.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
Moutier kicks to Thomas. The dish to Hardaway. There's a good screen. 6 to shoot. Over Mitchell. And the Knicks good for 2. And Greg, for Rubio, his defense is something that isn't talked about, but is certainly present all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he's smart, fast, he moves his feet well, and has terrific anticipation with his hands. Great playing both on and off the ball, and just aware of his spacing and a player's tendencies.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. Ingles can't get it to go.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Moutier with the ball. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. To the paint. And there's Cantor on the assist for Moutier.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Gobert. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Ingles kicks to Rubio. Favors with the screen. Now here's Rubio. He's guarded closely. Missed inside. The Knicks leading by 5. Now here's Moutier. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Ntilikina, and the Knicks good for 2.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Favors. Back to Gobert. Right side Favors, and stolen by Thomas. Pass to Cantor. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And Greg, with Enes Kanter last season, he had to miss significant time with the broken hand, but his offensive game is something to watch when he's healthy.
He just plays hard. He provides that instant offense off the bench, a great array of post moves to pick from.
No good on that one. We all know just how physically strong NBA players are, Steve, but they have to be mentally tough as well. How about in that category? Who has the best mental toughness, guys you've observed?
I look at a guy that loves the big moment right now. On top of the list, it has to be a Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, the great ones. Russell Westbrook, I mean, his focus, and James Harden. Those are the guys that stick out for me, that just come in and night out. Al Horford, mental toughness. You love those guys because their mental toughness match their skill set. They usually have great results.
Here's Mitchell. He has 6. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Cephalosha. Off the mark, and the drought continues. The Knicks leading by 8. Here's Lee. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Mitchell, covered by Lee. Mitchell passes to Exum. Here's Mitchell. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Here's Azania. It's deflected. That's at 5 from 18. And the shot falls short this time. For New York, they've gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Cantor sets the pick for Lee. Inside. Tries from 10. Rebound, Utah.
Well, this is what happens when you're a threat down low. You attract a lot of defensive attention.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
Here's Azania. He's coming off a 19-point game against Memphis. Here's Thomas. Back to Lee. There's a good screen. The three-pointer, no good.
And this is what he gives you, the ability to contest the shot without fouling.
Perimeter defense at a premium these days. You see the value in this kind of effort. Love the extra possessions. Defense has them stopped, but can't control the boards.
Here's Azania. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Lee outside. And Thomas has it in the corner. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Jazz trail by 4. Outer dishes to Udo. Passes to Cephalosha. He kicks it to Udo. Nice ball movement by Utah. Crowder against Cantor. He goes up again. And the shot's good from Crowder.
His combination of energy and anticipation showing up on the offensive glass.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Burke kicks to Cantor. It's stolen by Udo. Here's Mitchell. Another shot, Exum. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
That's Exum's comfort zone. When he sees a chance for an easy fast break opportunity, he really leaks out quickly.
And Dante Exum, a 6'6" slashing point guard. You don't see a lot of players who fit that mold.
No, you don't, Kevin. His size and quickness is really the foundation of his game. He's very elusive off the dribble, and at the defensive end, he's been terrific for a young player.
And the Jazz making a change here. Burks is checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
The point guard out of Australia, Dante Exum, is a rare physical specimen. Reason why he has great length at that point guard position. Great size.
Now here's Burke. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Launches it. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Unable to close out defensively, even against the smaller shooter.
Yeah, but out on the perimeter, a lot more space. It all evens out.
Here's Crowder. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Rebounded by Exum. Jazz shooting just about an even 40% to start. Burks in the corner. Shoots a 3. No good that time. So New York will take it the other way. To the middle. It's stolen by Udo. And the Jazz pushing it up now. And the wide open shot from Crowder misses the jumper. And they can't get anything on the break. The Knicks with the lead. Now Burke. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Crowder with the ball.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
And looking at the career of Courtney Lee, you know, has hopped around from team to team a bunch of times and always a valued teammate, but just hadn't stayed on one team for very long.
And with Lee, you know exactly what you're going to get with his defense and shooting.
And Lee is always going to be a wanted commodity. His ability to defend and shoot aren't easy to find, and you just hope he's able to kind of settle into a long-term situation.
That free throw from Lee is good.
And the Utah Jazz, historically, they've always been one of the better franchises in the NBA. And it was nice to see them back in the playoffs in 2017 after that 4-year rebuilding phase. It tied their longest playoff drought since the team moved to Utah.
And both free throws good for Lee. And this Jazz organization operating in a small market, but over the years, so competitive.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of times teams want to take shortcuts to contention. The Jazz know they're not going to win the free agent bidding wars. So that creates a kind of discipline that they're looking to build from within.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Burke kicks to Lee. 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shoots over Burks. No good from Lee. Utah trailing here. Crowder kicks to Cephalosha. Back to Crowder. Feeds to Exum. Dishes it to Burks. Back to Crowder from downtown. Crowder with another miss.
And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here is Burke. 9 points last game. Vonleh kicks to Lee. Shoots over Burks. Lee can't get that one to fall.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Back to the action after this word. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
The Jazz shooting poorly, just 35% so far. And New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Hezonja. Trey Burke is out there with Lee. Then there's Vonleh. Back to Exum. Clock at 6. It's tipped. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Mudiay spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You've got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league. Here is Udo, following the score by New York. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Now, here's Burke, covered by Cephalosha. Here's Hezonja. Almost, but it rolls out.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
Now here's Lee. After Dante Exum's miss, here's Vonleh. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Crowder. Here's Burks. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Knicks have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Vonleh. Lee left side on the mark with the 15-footer. And the Knicks lead by 4.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
And Utah has possession.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
11 feet away, and it's Exum. That time on the assist from Cephalosha. Exum's got 7 points. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Vonleh with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, the NBA can be a superstitious place at times, Steve, with all the quirks and characters in the league. And you played. What was the strangest game day ritual that you ever saw?
I think Harold Miner. He touched everything with his nose. His gym shoes, his wristbands, the basketballs at the free throw line, and everybody did. And I think for me, as I got older, it wasn't strange. It was out of necessity. I had to get in some kind of steam room and have all those hot pads wrapped around me just to get loose to play.
I like that story. I don't like Baby Jordan's story, though. Harold Miner, that doesn't work for me. I don't understand that. Free throw good, Lee. And Utah Jazz head coach Quinn Snyder was an outstanding basketball player in his own right.
Well, yeah, he was an All-American point guard in high school. His high school team, Mercer Island, was ranked #1 in the country. He got at Duke to 3 Final Fours. He didn't play pro basketball, but he got his law degree, his business degree, and he went into coaching.
And both free throws good for Lee. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Rubio outside. Here's Favors. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Favors has got his second basket of the game. Picked by Lee. Down low. Basket made, just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Jazz trail by 4. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Gobert, the screen. And it's Rubio penetrating. It's deflected. Now, here's Vonleh. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Back to Moutier. 5 to shoot. Plays it up and banks it in. Now it's a 6-point Knicks lead.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Burks kicks to Gobert. Rubio outside. Back to Gobert. Rubio outside. From deep. Rubio can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
Now here's Moutier. Shoots over Rubio, and again it's New York.
It sometimes takes more than one defender to help alter the shot when he's that close inside.
Pass to Ingles. The feed to Gobert. He dishes it to Favors. Unable to get that one. And New York the other way now. Here's Lee. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Memphis. Now the pass to Vonleh. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Now here's Moutier after the miss from Ricky Rubio. Moutier kicks to Lee. And Lee with the stuff.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
Mitchell, he's checked in for Alec Burks. The Knicks also changing it up. Lance Thomas comes in for Vonleh. And it's Ntilikina in for Courtney Lee. And Rubio kicks to Ingles. Gobert with a screen on Hardaway. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Knicks.
And the corner three has not been their shot of choice here tonight. And I think a big reason for that has been the defensive setup. They came in focused on taking away the short-range stripper.
Utah with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Clock at 4. Ingles, that's for 2. Up again, and there's Favors putting it right back in. Favors got 4 points in the quarter.
One of the foremost offensive rebounders in the game. Favors always in pursuit.
Back to Moutier. There's the screen. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And the thing that really sticks out when you look at Derek Favors, his defensive versatility. You know, he can guard the 4s or the 5s on the inside or out. And to have a player like that allows your team to excel.
Good work there as it goes.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Jazz trail by 12. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Mitchell. 8 points for him. From down in the low post, it goes. And despite Favors' size and strength, he really moves his feet well.
And that's tremendously valuable in today's NBA. The ability to stay in front of smaller men in switches and pick and rolls. He has terrific lateral mobility. Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And the Jazz with possession here. Down by 12. Ingles with the screen for Rubio. He feeds it to Ingles. Gobert with a screen on Hardaway. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
And taking a look now at the stats for Hardaway. His last 10 games, he's putting up about 14 points a night, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles. Carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
Moutier, no good.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the 2-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Got a hand on it. They retain possession. And it's in there. 8 points for Derek Favors.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
It's stolen by Gobert. The wide open look here for Ingles. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists tonight. Back to Moutier. Eight feet away. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting. Jazz trail by 10. Utah calls timeout. And Steve, free throws not the most exciting aspect of the game, certainly, but they're a great way to put points on the board. Talk about the mentality for a score. You know, getting to the line and making that part of his game.
Kevin, if you're a scorer, you got to be able to knock down free throws, especially those games you're not shooting a high percentage from the field. But if you can get to the line 6 times, 7 times on your own, and you're shooting 85 to 90%, that gives you 5 or 6 points. And then you have a couple technical fouls, and you can put another 2 points on there. You're talking about a guy as a scorer that are 9, we call it free points. Now you need a couple threes and a couple one-on-one moves. You're at 20, and everything else after that is gravy.
Shot clock at 6. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Reads the play, quick reaction, almost comes up with that steal.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Udo's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Cephalosha comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Exum in for Ricky Rubio. That's a 2 from Crowder, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Crowder's got his 3rd basket of the night.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Now here's Thomas. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Just 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. They get it back. A second chance effort. Ntilikina can't hit.
I appreciate the attack mindset, but with the defense tracking him down, it was probably better to kick that one out.
Crowder kicks to Exum. Back to Crowder. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And when you look at Jay Crowder, he kind of bridges that gap between role player / star player. The numbers might not wow you, but his tough play at both ends of the court is extremely valuable.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And Greg, wouldn't you agree, Crowder clearly one of the best in the NBA in defending?
Without question. I mean, this guy guards 3 positions every night. And the combination of strength, quick feet, and then the quick hands make him a problem.
And both free throws good from Crowder. The Knicks leading by 6. Pass to Azania. Kicks to Cantor. There's a minute 40 left here in the second. Here's Ntilikina. Off the mark and a bad shot there. Crowder kicks to Exum. Nice ball movement by Utah. And it's Udo atop the key. Mitchell passes to Udo to the paint. Exum. The Knicks pull it in. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Here's Cantor. It's rebounded by Udo. Udo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Cephalosha kicks to Exum. There's the dish to Udo. Here's Mitchell. 10 points for him. Pass to Exum. Another miss by Utah.
He's just gone stone cold this period, and it's bringing the rest of the team down.
Snatched up. Here's Azania. Here's Ntilikina. Drops in the tray. Ntilikina's got 5.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Exum dishes to Crowder. Cephalosha kicks to Crowder. Feeds it to Exum. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Crowder.
Look out. He's starting to find the range in this second period.
Here's Ntilikina. He's got 5 from deep. Thomas. Good work defensively by Crowder. Utah shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. First one falls for him. And Mitchell drops them both. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with head coach Quinn Snyder. Coach, what adjustments are you going to do in the second half?
You just got to keep playing, keep taking the shots, and that's not the issue as much as us not executing on offense. And when we don't score, sometimes our defense lags as well.
Everybody wants to see the ball go in the basket first, right? Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Welcome, everybody, to the Halftime Show. I'm Ernie Johnson. The guy nodding over here is Kenny the Jet Smith. And the guy that's doing that is Shaquille O'Neal. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. They got their lead up to as many as 8 points in the opening period. For the Knicks, Kenny, some perspective, please.
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they owned the offensive boards.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
We welcome you back now to Salt Lake City with a breathtaking view of the layout of this beautiful town. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. Now Rubio. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Utah, the tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. Mitchell is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Ingles in at the three. Second shot opportunity, and two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Enes Kanter.
Great job by Favors, really making the defense uncomfortable as he's going up with the shot.
Derek Favors missing about a month last season with the bone contusion in his left knee.
You know, that's why his numbers took a dip last season. Normally, he's improved year after year. Still young despite his years in the league.
He's off on the first.
Well, you know, he's the former third overall pick out of Georgia Tech. Favors has made steady improvement, productive at the 4 and the 5 spot.
And he sinks the second. New York leading by 4. Kanter with a screen on Rubio. Here's Moutier. Here's Kanter. Out to Hardaway. Pass to Ntilikina. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Ntilikina's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, and I love seeing him shoot from that spot. Ntilikina has shown he has a consistent mid-range jump shot if he can just create space.
Favors can't get it to go.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Now here's Moutier. Tight defense on him. And the rejection by Favors.
The long reach of Favors have a real impact, especially when he leaves the ground quickly in time for blocks.
Rubio the pass to Gobert. Rubio dishes to Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. Gobert the screen. 4 on the clock. Mitchell. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. It's blocked.
They can't buy one right now. 0 for 4 already to start the third.
Out to Hardaway. A three-pointer off the mark.
Terrible beginning to the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Ingles dishes to Favors. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And while Favors has developed his outside shot, right there in the paint is his comfort zone.
Moutier kicks to Cantor. Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Cantor. Over Gobert. But they get it back. Cantor with a screen on Ingles. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of a former all-star point guard. Junior, not maybe the same ball handler his father was, but he can sure fill it up. And I really feel like he's established his niche in the NBA.
One shot.
And Hardaway Jr., a 6'6" shooting guard out of Michigan. Talk about his game a little bit for us, Greg. Analyze where he is.
Above average in terms of his athletic ability, improving defensively, and right now he's playing off the ball, whether spotting up or filling the lane. I think this guy's got a chance to be special. He's passionate, and boy, does he compete.
Gobert with a screen for Rubio. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
A tricky cover in that mid-range area. Rubio with good ball skills can hurt you in a number of ways.
Cantor with a screen on Rubio. Moutier passes to Cantor. Utah with the rebound.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Now, here's Ingles. Gobert with a screen for Rubio. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Now just a 3-point New York lead. The Knicks have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Cantor sets the pick for Hardaway. Back to Moutier. Thomas, a screen on Rubio. Off the pick. Oh,
yes. Goodness. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. So it's the Jazz now, following the score by New York. To the left side wing. They set the pick. Gobert, the screen. Favors. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And Tim Hardaway, the 23rd pick back in 2013 out of Michigan. Talk about his game.
You know, he's always been a fantastic shooter, mostly a spot-up guy. But now he's able to put it on the floor and make some plays. And what he does best, he can run the floor without the basketball.
And that one falls for Favors. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The Knicks leading by 4. Moutier dishes to Lee. He kicks it to Cantor. Dishes it to Hardaway. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And so it's Utah here with the ball. 4-point game. Nice shot by Gobert.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Burks against Lee. easy layup after coming off the pick. Lee's got 12 in the game.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Went.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Moutier kicks to Lee. Back to Moutier. Pass to Hardaway. Screen by Lee. And that's going to be a travel. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the leading defenses. The Jazz, number 1.
It's the hallmark of a strong defensive team. When you can keep your opponents to such a low point total, it shows you are setting the pace.
For Utah, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And here's Rubio. He has 6. Shot clock at 6. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. And again, it's Utah.
All Burks needs is a little space. That time freed nicely by the screen.
Moutier with the ball. And Burks picks him up defensively. Cantor with the screen on Rubio. Here's Lee outside. Again, the miss by Lee. Jazz have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Burks, the pass to Ingles. Here's Gobert. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Gobert's got the lead up to 2 now for Utah. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Moutier dishes to Cantor. The feed to Lee. Over Burks. Again, the miss by Lee. Jazz have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. And the basket by Ingles. And now a 4-point Jazz lead.
What I'm trying to figure out, why was their defense so much more suffocating in the first half? This does not look like the same team at all.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And guys, aggressive in creating his own shots, but thus far they have not been falling. Probably a good time to try and devote some of that energy to getting others involved.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Udo's checked in for Gobert. Jay Crowder comes in for Derek Favors. Thabo Sefolosha is checked in for Joe Ingles. And it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. Now here's Burke. Hazanya. It's good from long range. Hazanya's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I'll tell you, even though he's a question mark from range, you still have to defend him.
Here's Sefolosha. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 3.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Hazonia kicks to Lee. On the wing, Lee, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. A lot of answers, but still a lot of questions for how the East is going to ultimately shake out this year. But right now, let's check out where the team stands. Take a look at the Cavaliers. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, there's the Knicks, 9.5 games behind.
Well, I think for New York, they're in the mix for a playoff spot, which is definitely a positive. But I'm sure they'd like to have had their hands around that spot a little tighter than they do.
I agree. They're not going to be able to coast. They're going to have to battle their way into the postseason. But maybe they'll toughen up by the time the playoffs arrive.
The shot by Vonleh no good. Jazz leading by 3. On the wing, Sefolosha. And he banks in the layup. Cephalosha's got 4 points this quarter.
You look at that lead pass there. He just has such a great feel for the game.
Burke with it. Now defended by Exum. Here's Hazanya. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
There's the pick. Burke, the pass to Lee. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Lee's got 14 points.
He can be masterful in there, especially when there's no rim protection.
Burks kicks to Udo. Exum with it. 7 points in the game. Now the pass to Cephalosha. Outside Crowder for 3. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Bad communication defensively. This is the last guy you want to leave open from there.
Hazonia kicks to Burke. Over to the wing. To the middle. Crowder with the steal. And here's the fast break. Cephalosha leading the way. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And now a 10-point Utah lead.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
It's rebounded by Udo. Udo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Shot from 12. And Utah again with the bucket.
A tall guard who can see over the defense. Exum with no trouble locating the open teammate.
1:41 left in the third quarter. Back to Burke. Will it go? And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Alec Burks. For New York, they have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. The Jazz making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. Thomas checked in for New York. Ntilikina comes in for Courtney Lee. Both good from the line that time. So it's Utah now. Exum dishes to Crowder. Cephalosha kicks to Udo. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Exum.
Well, I think a big issue for him right now is his performance from the mid-range. Just nothing seems easy for him at the moment, and it's resulted in a lot of missed opportunities for himself and his team when he's taken that shot.
Free throw good, Udo. That one is no good. Knicks trail by 11. Kicks to Burke. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Ntilikina. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging 12 points, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Burke hits them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Jazz leading by 9. Exum kicks to Udo. The dish to Cephalosha. Here's Mitchell. 12 points for him. 5 on the clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight. Free throw drops for Mitchell. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Pass to Ntilikina. Up and in on the layup. Ntilikina's got 4 this quarter.
And you can see he's been working on that post game. Ntilikina showing some skill set down on that low block, using that length to his advantage.
Now here's Crowder. He's got 13. Nice ball movement by Utah. Exum passes to Crowder. Sefolosha dishes to Mitchell. Count that bucket. Mitchell's got 15.
And whatever it was at halftime worked, because their offense far more effective here in the second. They finally found some sets that are working for them.
Here's Ntilikina. 9 points in the game so far. To the wing on the left. Lets it go with a 3. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Hezonja. Here's Mitchell. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Clearly a foul.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
And high quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line?
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And Mitchell drops them both. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Utah out in front, up 9. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. Thomas is out there with Hezonja. Then there's Vonleh. Then there's Burke. And it's Ntilikina in at the 2. There's Hezonja. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
That's good from Hezonja. Jazz leading by 6. To the paint. Here's Udo. Got a piece of it. Here's Ntilikina. Outside Thomas. Down low. Here's Vonleh. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Two shots.
No good on the free throw. So he comes up empty, missing both. Jazz leading by 6. Passes it to Exum. Lays it up off the glass.
Dante Exum is a truly talented player taking care of business down inside.
Here's Ntilikina. He dishes it to Thomas. Inside, Vonleh. Gobert with the block to the right side. Burke can't get it to go.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
Here's Mitchell. It's hauled in by Thomas. Knicks trail by 8. And he drops it in from the low post. Azanya's got 11 points here in just the second half. And the Jazz call time here. For the Jazz, Derek Favors checked in for Utah. Joe Ingles comes in for Jay Crowder, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Dante Exum. Then for the Knicks, Enes Kanter's checked in for Vonleh. Hardaway comes in for Mario Hezonja, and Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Trey Burke. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
Hardaway, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face. And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
Yeah, easy call.
2 shots, gentlemen.
That free throw, no good.
And he's letting a lot of points get away at the free throw line tonight. It's got to be frustrating to have all that hard work not pay off.
He hits the second from the line. Knicks trail by 9. Now here's Mudiay. He feeds it to Kanter. Here's Ntilikina. He kicks to Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Over Favors. And the rejection by Favors. Rubio outside. The Jazz again can't hit it.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
Favors with the rebound. Favors has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Mitchell kicks to Rubio. There's the pick. Gobert the screen. Favors against Thomas. Favors passes to Rubio. He tries for 3, and it's Rubio again missing.
Tough night for him shooting the basketball, but this team has been resilient. That's why they've held the lead.
It's deflected. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ingles. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
Very nearly stolen. There's no need to force that pass.
Off the inbound pass.
Using all of that 6'4" frame, Ricky Rubio was all over that one.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Hardaway. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Rubio with a wide open look. Here's Favors. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Jazz lead by 11.
Well, if you wonder why they're in control of this game, just look at his stats from the field. Solid, solid, solid.
Now here's Hardaway. Here's Ntilikina. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist.
I tell you, Ntilikina has a presence about him. Just solid court awareness. And he knows when he's clear there to fire.
Here's Rubio. Feeds to Favors. Over Thomas. It's rebounded by New York. Cantor's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now Moutier drills it from outside.
And how about the presence of mind of Ntilikina there? An excellent passer who does a great job of setting the floor.
Now here's Rubio. Gobert dishes to Mitchell. Pass to Favors. Over Thomas. Again, Favors missing. Knicks trail by 6. Here's Ntilikina. On the wing, Hardaway. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Shots.
The first one falls. Hardaway hits them both. So it's Utah now. Rubio outside. Dishes to Favors. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Knicks trail by 4. And here's Moutier. Hardaway sets a screen for Cantor. And stolen by Favors. And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. Sinks that one from the post. And that's 20 points for Derek Favors.
And it only takes a couple buckets for Favors to get rolling. They got to keep feeding him the rock.
Moutier with the ball. There's a screen by Cantor. That's short off the rim. In transition, here come the Jazz. Mitchell's shot is good.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
There's the pick. Pass to Ntilikina. Now here's Moutier. The feed now to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Utah leading by 6. Gobert the screen. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. To the inside. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on Enes Kanter.
It takes a lot of skill to get whacked and still complete the basket. Luckily, Favors is a super talented player who does this regularly.
Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Ntilikina. That one misses for Favors.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward. Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
Ingles, that's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 7th assist here tonight. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Derek Favors.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. Knicks trail by 10. Now, Moutier puts up a 3. Ingles with the rebound.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Especially in this quarter. He's had a few shots that looked like they would fall, but things haven't gone his way.
Here's Mitchell. Favors with the screen. Off the screen. And the shot is long. New York's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Hardaway with it. Now defended by Gobert. Hardaway against Ingles. And it's Lee penetrating. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And replay review now commonplace. In the interest of speeding up those reviews, Steve, the league last season allowing officials at the replay center in Secaucus, New Jersey to make the call. You like that decision?
You know I do, but I think sometimes finding a way to speed it up, and I think there's some way where you can have a referee right there on site also can be able to get a chance to see the play, because sometimes technology doesn't get back from Secaucus back to the game. If some kind of way, the middleman, if he's there in his obvious play, that could cut the time, you know, because right now sometimes it's taking a long time.
As long as they get it right, correct? How they do it, who cares? As long as they get the call right, though, to me is the most important thing. What about you?
I do love that, Kevin, but I think sometimes, you know, human error is a part of basketball. The refs can't be perfect. And so sometimes if they're a bad call, it's just a bad call. You got to live with it.
And both free throws good for Lee. Here is Rubio. There's the screen. There's the pass to Favors. Gobert, the screen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
When Favors has the rock near the basket, the defense is on edge. They have no choice sometimes but to get physical with him from that range.
And that one falls for Favors. And so Favors nails both of them. And so it's New York with it. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. It'll be the 4th game in a 7-game road trip. Lee outside. Cantor against Favors. Fades back. That one no good. The Jazz go the other way with it. On the wing, Ingles. Guarded by Hardaway. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Utah. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Favors, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Favors got the lead up to 12 now for the Jazz. Moutier passes to Cantor. Kicks to Thomas. Lee outside. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Jazz leading by 12. Rubio outside. The dish to Favors. Over Thomas. Favors can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 12. And it's Lee penetrating. And Lee with the stuff.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here's Rubio. Gobert, the screen. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Now, here's Moutier, covered by Rubio.
You really have to be careful with Gobert lurking around. He'll send it back.
And here's Ingles outside. And they pick up 2.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
Now here is Hardaway. Pass to Moutier. Cantor with a screen on Rubio. He used that pick to perfection. Hardaway has got 6 here in this quarter.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Hardaway against Ingles. He dishes it to Favors. Over Thomas. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Jazz lead by 12.
Favors is so good at slipping through defenders and jamming misses home.
They set the screen. Left side Hardaway. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got his 7th assist in the game. Utah leading by 10.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Jazz.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep. And that has to be a relief.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions in the nice night it ended up being for Derek Favors.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the boards. Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
Udo's checked in for Utah. First free throw is good, and that brings them within single digits. Ntilikina, he's checked in for the Knicks. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 50 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Rubio outside. And Favors kicks to Rubio. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by New York.
And the point differential just too difficult to overcome.
This is where it stings. You just want to keep competing, but deep down, you know it's just not your night.
And so it's Utah with the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
You know, I think it's just staying in the defensive end. You know, sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.